Yo, 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 what's up, guys? I'm about to kind of like break down what I do on a daily basis, pretty much, that helped me in the sales space make over 10,000 plus a month in sales. So essentially, what I'm doing is appointment setting. So I'm gonna break it down step by step. I have a call right here that I have up on my computer that I'm gonna play a little bit so you guys get a gist of like how everything works. But I mean, essentially, I work for a high info product space that's selling like a program, coaching, mentorship. And we have people that reach out to us each and every day about how they can get into this, how they want to be able to use this as a way to branch out of their job or, change their life for the better. Whatever their goal is, or essentially pain of like them changing their lives, we're essentially helping them get to that goal with our services. So they have a call up here that I'm about to show you guys, and I'm gonna break it down each step by step. But yeah, my roles as an appointment setter is to one, figure out the reason why they're reaching out to us. Two, figure out what is their initial goal and motivation to actually doing this. And three, making sure they have money to invest in themselves and work with us, and actually are really serious about doing this because if those things line up and we're a good fit for them and they're a good fit for us, essentially I'll just get them on the next call with an account executive or what you call a closer, where they pretty much collect payment. So, pretty much depending on the price package of the offer and the commission structure, you get paid a certain percentage. My commission is 7.5%. We have a lot of different packages, so each set I could be making around 360, possibly $450 depending on the package they close. So pretty solid. So think about if I do three of those a day, I could be making close to $1,000 a day as an appointment setter. But I'm gonna break down the intro here. This guy filled out an application. I reached out to him, and I'll play a little bit here for you guys to listen. Reading through your application, man, some solid stuff you fill out, man. I was reading through it, some nice stuff. Looks like you've been wanting to get into this for a few months now.
Right. I've invested kind of a little bit before. However, it's just kind of been just buying stocks here and there. And within the last about 3 to 4 months or so, I've kind of been more, a little bit getting into options and trying.
So what I'm doing here is essentially just figuring out why he's actually reaching out, why he filled out the application for us to give him a call, and he pretty much just explained it there. He's been watching for a while. This is something he always wanted to do, and he wants to get the inside scoop, more information how this could potentially work for him. So that's kind of one of that goal there. Let me see if I can fast forward this a little bit as well. Let's see.
It's fun. Very interesting job. Portable went up to almost half a mil, 600K. So immediately upon me kind of graduating, like it was kind of hard.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Gotcha, man. Well, I know you said earlier, like, as far as your goal, you want to be able to help, give your family a good life. Like, I mean, paint that picture for me. What would that, like, actually look like for you and your family? So what I'm doing here is I skipped it a little bit too far, but I asked him like, what's his initial goal? Like, why do you want to do this? Like, why not just keep working your job that you're at now and doing that? Like, why do you want to transition and have this be something that can help you? And this is about to be his answer.
What was that? You were cutting out a little bit.
Yeah, so I know you said earlier you want to give your family that good life. I was saying like, what does that look like for you? Like, having that good life for your family.
I'd like to, pretty much see myself be able to purchase a home for my family and then for myself too. Maybe get to a point where, I don't know, over the next 1 to 2 years, I'm kind of investing stocks, and I'd like to see at least half a mil, in my, or somewhere around like 3 to 500K, in my account, me being able to, consistently make money and pull profit here and there.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. So essentially, that's kind of like his pain. So the reason why he's actually doing this is, like he said, to provide for his family, be able to buy a house eventually, and get his family and himself in a better position. And obviously, the job that he's at now, it's not gonna really help him get there. So he's looking for an alternative to either add to what he's doing already as far as income, or have this take over as a main stream of income. So Let's fast forward a little bit more.
And I mean, do you see yourself doing like trading long term? That'll allow you to have a lot more time with your family and things like that.
Great.
Um, yeah, for sure, man. I guess like let's say Mama did bring you alongside him and you're able to learn under him as well. In order for you to successfully leave your project engineer job, where you can still take care of yourself, your family, obviously pay bills and things like that. Like, how much would you need to be making from trading successfully in order for you to do that every month?
I would say probably around 8 to 10K a month.
Okay, so pretty much he just told me his goal. In order for him to make that transition out of his project manager job to doing this, he would need to be making at least 8 to 10 thousand a month, which is ultimately going to help him replace his job, and then obviously be able to take care of his family and get to the goals that he wants to do, such as like buying a house or a property, things like that. So I'm now getting him to paint the picture of what that life looks like, so he can actually believe that it will happen. Really kind of gets him to think, thoroughly on that, because a lot of people, they have a lot of goals, but they can't really envision that actually happening, so it never comes true. So I'm pretty much painting that picture, like what that better life will look like for him, like how much you'd be making, all that kind of stuff, so you can actually start seeing it for yourself.
I mean, obviously
Okay.
that would probably be like the
To like sustain yourself and smart guy as well. Obviously with trade.
So right here is I'm pretty much now I'm moving into the qualifying part. So I'm pretty much asking him like, hey man, like as of right now in the position you're in, like are you able to make an investment in yourself, or how much have you been able to set aside to be able to get into this so that you can get to that $8 to $10,000 a month mark that, as you said, as a goal, so we can help you get there. Like, have you been able to invest in yourself, or have you been able to set some money aside? So I'm actually seeing where he's at financially to make sure he aligns with our program, because if I get him on a closer with the executive or a closer and they get on a call and they're not qualified, meaning they don't have any money, then it's essentially a bad set on me because I didn't qualify him correctly. So I'm now wasting the closer's time with someone that doesn't really have the money. They could be really motivated and actually want to do this, but the only way we can actually help them is if they have a little bit of, capital set aside to invest, so we can actually help them get there. So pretty much just qualifying them right now.
And it definitely takes money to make money. I mean, have you been able to, add, set aside any funds specifically for trading at all? Like, I guess that's not tied up into like those or things like that.
yes, yeah. I do have a bit of disposable income. I at this point I could, I've got about like 20 to 30K of throwaway money that I'd be willing to kind of get in.
So as of right here, he said he has disposable income. He is, for him personally, he has 20 to 30K that he can use towards putting money to like whatever he wants to do without like really putting himself in a hole. So that's really good that he has some capital to invest in himself that he can play around with to actually help him get to where he wants to be. So at that part right there, he's qualified. We do have other qualifications as well with our type of offer. I'm not really gonna get all of that, but this guy actually is qualified. He has the money. He has big goals for himself. Now, pretty much, I'm really just gonna gauge his interest level, like why working with us out of anyone else, all that kind of stuff. Actually, somebody's calling me now. Let me just exit out real quick. But yeah, like why does he want to work with us, not work with someone else? Like, what is it about our program that feels like we can help you get there? So that's kind of where I'm gonna move next, and then I'm gonna pitch the call, which is getting him on the next call.
To investing. Pretty much doing well. My girlfriend,
He started around like 16, 17.
kind of saving up and
Obviously you're working a full-time job as a project manager. Like, how would you kind of manage to, set some time aside, throughout the day to be able to.
Yeah, so I'm essentially here too, figuring out his time schedule, because obviously in order for us to help him, he needs to be able to put in some time and effort to actually get those results. You can't come in here and just not do anything, because it really won't work. So kind of gauging his schedule, kind of seeing like how flexible he is, where we can actually set some time aside when he gets off of work or before work, where we can sit down with him and actually work with him to help him get to his goals. So figuring out how much time he has on his hands.
Like focus on trading a little bit.
So that's kind of something I've thought about too. And I'm perfectly fine with that. So my job is a little bit more kind of workable in a way. I can also, easily set 2 to 3 hours aside daily if needed, coming home.
So he said he has about 2 to 3 hours a day to set aside after work to be able to focus on this. So that's perfectly fine. That's gonna give him enough time to like start learning and get the hang of everything faster to help him get there. So now essentially I'm just kind of moving to the
More or less.
pitch kind of. Let's see here.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, he definitely has a unique journey of how he started and to do here. I think it's pretty clear. Like you said, you just want to be able to learn the skill of trading and be able to eventually
I downloaded it.
Okay, gotcha. Like Mama's Student Consultant on Zoom or Google Meet. Are you familiar with those at all?
So pretty much what I did here is just re pretty much just threw everything he told me earlier back at him in a summary kind of sense. So, hey man, you told me you wanted to get into this so you can help your family out, be able to buy a house. You really don't want to work at your job anymore longer because it's not gonna help you get to your goals. You want to make 8 to 10,000 a month, pretty much. And then kind of just let him know that I've heard him. He understands that I'm listening to him, and then telling him what next steps is. So next steps is, hey man, I'm gonna get you on a call with our senior consultant, where we can actually run you through the exact game plan of how it will help you to get to 8 to 10K a month, as you set as a goal. Showing you exactly our strategy, our game plan, our blueprint that will help you initially, you possibly leave your job and do this full time and work with us and get the life that you want for you and your family. When you're actually free to hop on a call and set that up so we can put together a game plan for you. And essentially, from there you just kind of book the call, figure out their schedule, the closer schedule, get them on a call, make sure they're connected with each other. There's a lot of offers that are a little different where you gotta make sure they're sent handoff, where you can and what essentially that means is basically both of them are connected. He responded to the closer responded to him. Everything is smooth. You can get on that call for that same day, the next day, whatever, and then ultimately my job is done. I qualified him. I made sure his goals were thing. He had a high intent, and pretty much if the closer closes that deal, whatever the commission percentage is for your company or offer, you get paid whatever that is, whatever price package that was. So for me, this guy piffed, and what a piff means is paid in full. So he paid the full price of the program. So I did a good job on my end to make sure he was actually serious about this, and the closer did a good job to obviously collect the money, make sure that we can actually help him and he sees the value in us. So we both got paid, and then that's pretty much it. I mean, that's kind of really what I do on a daily. Like I said, it's pretty explanatory. We got people reaching out to us, so I'm not just cold calling random people. People actually fill their full name, information out, and ask us to give them a call, and my job is just to clear up the air, make sure they're a good fit for us, and we just go from there. So that's essentially what I do. Last month of January, I had a really really big month. I did $10,000 plus in commission. Generated over 100K cash collected for the company myself. So it was a pretty solid month, and that's kind of what I do. So yeah, if you had any questions about how am I doing this, what am I doing, that's there it is. I'm an appointment setter for a company, a high ticket sales company, and my job is just to make sure people are qualified. So if you like my content, if you like what I explained, I'll be bringing out more of these as well, more vlogs, more everything. So that's really the end of the video. If you have any questions about how to get into this, or how can you start, drop a comment below. Ask me questions. I'll be happy to help or kind of point people in the right direction. But yeah, appreciate the support, and we'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.